Working a regular 9 to 5 can be a drag. Whether you're shuffling papers or standing in front of a classroom, some days you probably start to question your sanity. I should know myself. Well, if you feel the working man's blues coming in, take a little solace in the fact that you don't have to tackle one of these scary jobs, unless you do, and in that case, we raise a glass to your bravery. I'm Jake, the Voice Pa, and these are the 10 scariest jobs in the world. We owe a lot to what we know about predicting weather to the courageous folks who jump in a truck or van and chase the wild winds. Every year, the United States gets about 1,200 tornadoes per year. In 2011, tornadoes killed 553 people. Storm chasers monitors the weather and track the storms to make observations about their patterns. Some chasers focus on hurricanes or lightning storms too. While most chasers say that this profession isn't dangerous, they are weather experts and know how to stay safe. Famed chaser Tim Samaras, his son Paul, and his partner Carl Young died when an F5 tornado hit their car in 2013. While it may not be as dangerous as some other jobs, the idea of getting up close and personal with nature's bad side is enough to make most people quiver. This job may have a little more bark than bite. With a relatively low mortality rate of an average of 1 death per year, it's a lot safer than it looks. Still, hanging hundreds of feet in the air on little more than a small platform requires some balancing skills and a stomach for heights. Some washers even rappel off the top of the roof to get to their workstation. Despite the stomach-churning height, the average high-rise window washer only makes $15 an hour. Added risks include bad weather and workers who are unaware or refuse to follow safety protocols. If you're afraid to fly, take comfort in the numbers. Your chance of dying on a commercial flight is about 1 in 29.4 million. Unfortunately, that's not the case with bush pilots. The mortality rate for this gig is much higher at 53.4 deaths per 100,000 pilots. Unlike airline pilots that fly into and out of high-regulated airports with nice, smooth landing strips, bush pilots take to the skies over mostly barren wilderness areas and often land on uneven terrain. Bush pilots operate with very little help and must monitor weather conditions closely. Risks include flying low to the ground, which means less time to recover, hitting animals, and fast-changing weather conditions. Pay varies widely from $6,000 per month to $20,000 per year. If you don't mind being the bait for a 2,400-pound muscle machine that can run at speeds up to 24 miles per hour for the low price of $150 per show, a career as a rodeo clown might just be the job you're looking for. A rodeo clown provides entertainment for the crowd and helps protect a cowboy by distracting the angry bull once a rider has fallen to the ground. While many of these clowns now have the protection of a heavy-duty cage, the bulls hit the cages hard enough to cause dents and potential injury to the occupants inside. Germaphobes beware. A field epidemiologist doesn't just study infectious diseases on a computer screen. They're often in the field evaluating recent outbreaks. While travel all over the world is a perk of the job, these scientists aren't hitting the sand and surf. Some of their job duties include observing an outbreak, collecting data, including blood and other fluid samples, and analyzing the potential spread. These smart guys average at just under $70,000 per year. If you think this doesn't sound that scary, read The Hot Zone. Dark and closed spaces are a hallmark of this career choice. The most recognized hazard of this career are cave-ins, which are terrifying enough, but working 12-hour shifts beneath the surface of the Earth presents a few other dangers too, including floods, gas explosions, chemical leaks, and electrocution. Miners also put their health on the line, as exposure to harmful chemicals can cause poisoning and long-term damage to the lungs. Did we mention that miners literally work hundreds of feet under thousands of pounds of dirt and rock? This scary and dangerous job has gotten a lot of attention with various television shows documenting the drama of this career. The job ranks at one of the most dangerous jobs in the world, with a mortality rate of 300 deaths per every 100,000 employees. Because cool winter temperatures present better fishing opportunities, crews hit the seas during the winter. On board their vessels, they navigate freezing water, icy temperatures, slick decks, heavy machinery, and very little sleep. Toss in a winter storm or two, and things on deck can get scary fast. Some fishermen on these routes make upwards of $100,000 in a season. which makes for a nice incentive to get over a fear of this job. Imagine spending 12 hours a day locked in a giant building full of drug dealers, thieves, and murderers. If this sounds like a typical day at the office, you might be a corrections officer. For many people, monitoring hundreds or thousands of inmates sounds a little terrifying, and with good reason. From 1999 to 2008, the industry reported 113 correctional officer fatalities and 125,000 non-fatal work-related injuries. Reports attribute most of the deaths to fatal assaults, including suicide. They also attribute most of the injuries to assault and/or violent acts by prisoners or co-workers. Watching a brave technician wipe sweat from his brow as he carefully decides which wire to cut may make for good entertainment, but it's not a job for everyone. While advances in technology have made a bomb tech's job a little safer, there is still plenty of risk, and one mistake could be devastating. In addition to responding to bomb threats and suspicious packages, technicians also remove unexploded ordnances from old military bases. Military members who work as bomb technicians face an even higher level of risk during times of conflict. The average salary for putting your life on the line, around $54,000 a year. If you love your cell phone, mobile device, and cable television, you can thank a Tower Tech for ensuring your gadget gets proper reception. Whether it's repairing feed lines or antennas, or changing a light bulb, someone must climb to the tip-top of those towers and do the work. Not only is this career a terrifying option for most people, it also has a higher mortality rate than comparable industries, averaging about 11 deaths per year over the last decade. Tower climbers tackle heights between 200 and 1,800 feet. In many cases, their hands, feet, and a climbing rope is all that keeps these brave souls on solid ground. Because the job requires them to climb so high, Tower Techs can free climb some areas. This saves time and energy but leaves them unprotected. Stormy weather and cold temperatures only add to the already substantial danger. For more top lists just like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to check out our other top lists. Thank you very much for watching, and thanks for learning.